Austin Steam Train. Oh, here's our ticket. We're on the Eagle Cliff. Eagle Cliff. We got our peppermint.
Making spirits bright, what fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle hop has begun. Jingle bells,
It's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Soon it will be Christmas Day. Yay!
Alright, I have a question for the kids. Alright, kids, do you guys know who Frosty the Snowman is?
Yes.
Okay, what makes him come to life? What is it? His magic hat. That's right. Okay.
What does he say?
Happy birthday.
Frosty the Snowman was a jolly
happy soul, with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of hand. To town,
He's
making a list and checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming. Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Now bring
Got
us
some figgy pudding.
Now bring us some figgy pudding. Now bring us some figgy pudding and a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some.
We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring it right here.
So bring us some figgy pudding. So
Bring us some figgy pudding. So bring us some figgy pudding and bring it right here. Tidings we bring to you and your king. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yay! Got some cocoa? Say thank you.
More tickets?
There you go.
Thank you.
Hey, why does he do that?
Where are you folks from?
From Austin.
Austin?
Yeah.
First time on the train?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Is it in there? What's
which operated from San Antonio through Austin to Texarkana, Little Rock, and so on to St. Louis. That they called this a mid-train lounge. They got a sleeper section up here, so it's a sleeper lounge. And it was sometimes on the longer trains, it would be the first class lounge for all the sleeping car passengers on the shorter trains, it would share. They'd have the coaches at this end and the sleepers at the other end. As the passenger service declined in the 60s, the Missouri Pacific sold it to a private owner in Comfort, and they used it as a conference room for their business. And fortunately, they left it as it was. They didn't, sometimes they'll come in and just gut the whole car and start over, but they left the original car. And our volunteer, Bert Dockel and Jim Vaughn, who has since passed, found the car, restored it, and used it on Amtrak as charter service. That they had this car, the city of Chicago, and a couple others that they would set up trips around the country for 2 weeks. It was a pretty exciting trip to do that. But then they, when the steam train organization formed, they used it on the steam train. The car, you had an option. In this case, it was built as a mid-train car, but where the murals are, you had the option to have windows there so you could run it on the end of the train as an observation car. But if you have questions about the other cars or locomotive, feel free to ask as I come through the train. Thank you all.
And that one, isn't that the one where they found the murals? They were all painted over?
Oh yeah, I think they painted over the murals, right?
And they found them when they were restoring them. The one on the right is the Alamo, the one on the left is the monument to Morales. Let's see, y'all, our next thing, 7. Mrs. Claus came to visit, and the storyteller. I don't know which one is going to be. That's about 20
I guess. Remember the baseball team? Hello, everybody. Merry Christmas. I've got cookies for everybody. Say please. Little one because she makes
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to sit down and you can bring the kids to me to take pictures, okay?
Yay!
Rudolph is one. There's 8 more. Can anybody name more reindeer? Yes.
Prancer.
Prancer, yes. Blitzen, yes.
Comet.
Uh-huh.
Donner.
Yes.
Snap. And I'm here to read a story, or the other storyteller elf is also right behind me, so I can go ahead and get started reading. But I am reading this book tonight, the North Pole Flyer. I see a lot of you have the book. Does anyone need a book? They're $5. You need a book? $5, okay? You do? Give me your $5. That's one. There you go. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Santa, you say ho ho ho. But when I say train, you can say woo woo or choo choo. Whatever you like, okay? Alright, here we go. It was almost Christmas, and the shepherd's home was decorated with Christmas cheer. The tree danced with blinking lights. The front door proudly displayed a cedar wreath over the fireplace. And over the fireplace hung 2 stockings with the names of Travis and Katie written in glitter that sparkled when you walked past. But it didn't feel like Christmas to Travis and Katie, who stood on their front porch staring deep into the star-lit Texas night sky. Travis scanned the horizon to the east, to the west, and Katie searched the horizon to the east. And then they both turned for Travis to study the sky to the north and Katie the sky to the south. Finally, Travis turned to his little sister. no, he said, discouraged. This will not be a good Christmas. Oh no. Katie was determined not to give up. He's got to find us, she said. He has to. But Travis just sighed with disappointment. He was certain Santa
Ho, ho, ho!
would pass them by this year because they had just moved to a new house. The letter he wrote to Santa
Ho, ho, ho!
last month used the return address from their old house. How could Santa
Ho, ho, ho!
possibly find their new house? Travis took one last glance in the sky, turning in a full circle. No Santa. Oh, might as well get ready for bed, he said, and then he slouched into the house. Katie, who often wanted to be just like her older brother, repeated the same words. Might as well get ready for bed. Travis was so certain Santa would not come, would not come this year, that he walked past his parents in the living room without saying a word. He opened the bedroom door, pulled his pajamas from the drawer and got ready for bed. And he heard his sister do the same in her bedroom. He turned out the bedroom light and went to sleep. Travis, 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 wake up! Travis jumped awake. What are you doing in bed? With your pajamas on, right? His father shouted. Travis rubbed his eyes. What do you mean? Travis heard his mother in the room next door. Katie! His mother called. Katie! Katie, we have to leave right away. Hurry, hurry. We've got to catch the train. Choo-choo! Tonight in Cedar Park. His father explained, no time to change. You can wear your pajamas. The train is going to leave soon. Travis jumped out of his bed. A train ride? Choo-choo! I'd love to ride the train. Choo-choo! His mother stood outside the bedroom door with Katie wrapped in her arms. It's a family tradition to ride the train at Christmas. Choo-choo, just like you're doing, right? Grandma and Grandpa took me on the train every year, and now that we live here in Cedar Park, we're going to take you. Travis was so excited, and Katie was laughing with delight. They could hardly wait to get to the station for the train. As soon as they arrived, they saw lots of passengers hurrying on board the brightly colored train, sitting at the dimly lit platform, and smoke from the engine curled around the lamppost, and the passenger car windows were filled with other children, just like you. All aboard! The conductor called. Father helped Travis and Katie up the steep stairs, just as the train pulled away from the station and escaped into the night. Travis and Katie sat by the windows as the train choo-choo descended deep into the river canyon. The countryside was dark, with only a few houses scattered here and there, like tonight. You can see a few houses. They peered into the starry sky. Maybe, they both thought, maybe we'll get to see Santa flying by. What are you looking for, son? Travis, his father asked. Oh, I'm just looking, Dad. But there's no one out there, Travis, his mother said. Suddenly, Katie jumped out of her seat. Travis! Travis! Katie exclaimed, and she pointed her finger out the window. Travis pressed his nose against the window and couldn't believe his eyes. In the middle of the darkened fields, moonlight flashed off the silvery glint of dozens of sleigh bells. And then he saw 8 reindeer standing in the field next to a giant sleigh. There he is! There he is! I see him! I see him! Who do you see, Travis? Asked his mother. But Travis could barely speak. He was so excited. Stop the train! Travis's father was upset and he looked at him. We can't do that, son. It's only for an emergency. Just like now, the train stopped. But Travis kept shouting, stop the train, stop the train! Choo-choo! Katie looked at her older... Oops, sorry. The wise and bespectacled conductor walked over to Travis and Katie. What is the matter, young man? I saw Santa! Oh, outside my window. Travis said, his sleigh was broken down. We have to stop the train. Chugga, chugga. The conductor looked at Travis and Katie's parents with a curious eye. They seemed exasperated but didn't know what to say. Are you sure you saw Santa? Oh, the conductor asked. Katie spoke up. Yes, sir. I saw him too. It's another one of our helper elves. I saw him too. I saw him. His sleigh was full of presents. It must have been too heavy for the reindeer. Maybe all those presents are for me. The conductor leaned over to the radio he wore on his vest. Conductor to engineer, stop the train. Choo, choo, choo. The hissing sound of air escaping from the brakes filled the car as the train slowed to a stop just like this. Travis and Katie peered out their window, hoping to catch sight of the jolly old elf himself. The conductor walked to the last car on the train. The train was stopped in the dark night for what seemed like forever, and it was quiet. Travis and Katie's parents looked upset, right? They looked mad. They did stop. We're going to be late, his father said. You shouldn't be making up stories, said his mother. Katie looked at her older brother. Maybe. We just thought we saw him, Travis. Travis knew Santa had to be real. We did. I know we did. We saw him. Katie wanted to trust her brother. He'd always been right before, but this time she wasn't so sure. Travis said again quietly, he has to be real. Just because you wish it were true, his father said, doesn't mean it is. Then suddenly, faster than Travis could turn around, Santa, magically appeared inside the train. Ho, 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 Santa laughed. And Merry Christmas, everyone. Santa! Katie and Travis shouted. My sleigh was so full of toys, my reindeer could barely pull it. If you hadn't stopped the train to pick me up, Christmas would never have come. And then Santa, laughed again. I should call this train, choo-choo, the North Pole Flyer. Katie jumped in. Santa! Oh, wait, did I miss it? Sorry. Katie and Travis laughed with glee. I knew we saw him. He is real. While my reindeer are resting outside, I have a little gift I want to give you to thank you for stopping to help me. Santa reached into the pouch and carried on his back and pulled out a small block of wood with holes drilled in the end. The magic of Christmas is inside every one of you. But in your busy lives, you sometimes forget how important it is to help each other, right? Every time you blow into this magic piece of wood, you'll hear the train whistle that stopped to help me. And with that, Santa presented the special whistle to Katie and Travis. Cherish it always, and the magic of Christmas will be with you wherever you are. Then, in a flash of light, the train lurched ahead, and Santa was gone. Ho, ho, ho. We missed that one. Finally, Travis's father said, we're moving again. I hope we don't have any more delays. What? Didn't you see him, Dad? Travis asked. See who? His father replied. Katie jumped in. Santa! He was right here. We stopped to help him. Oh, you're tired, their mother said. Stop making up stories. Travis and Katie could not understand why grown-ups had not been able to see what had happened. Maybe it wasn't real. Maybe they just dreamed Santa gave them a magic train whistle. Slowly, Travis placed the block of wood against his lips, unsure of what you could hear when he blew into the holes. The sound from the wood filled the air with a long, low whistle, just like the engine of a train. Katie's eyes opened wide. Wow, she said, it sounds like the North Pole Flyer, like a real train. Choo-choo. It is real, Travis said, just like Santa. There you go. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks for helping out. Thank you. Well, we hope you enjoyed the rest of your train ride.
Santa's here! Yay! Yay!
I came here to hand out a few gifts and take some pictures. Who wants to be first? Well, get on over here. Alright, you're kind of big, I think you might. Will you? Okay. I'll tell the elves. They'll know what that is. Okay. Merry Christmas. Hi. Thank you.
You say hi, Santa.
Hi, give me 5. See you later. If you hear any reindeer on your roof in a couple of weeks, you'll know who it is. Okay, if they're real loud, it means I came in for a crash landing.
Thank you.
Hi. Didn't I see you back here?
Look, like this. Like this.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas!
Want to see all the other kids?
I knew him.
Let's just use one.
All excited?